Nigerian Americans are people of Nigerian heritage who live in the United States. Nigerian immigrants in the U.S. are fast increasing, having grown from a modest population of 25,000 in 1980. According to the 2019 American Community Survey, 461,695 U.S. individuals claim Nigerian ancestry. Hey everyone! In today's video, we're going to go over the top 10 states in the United States with the most Nigerians. Also, credits for this video go to theinsightpost.com. Make sure to give a visit to theinsightpost.com. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 10, Pennsylvania. About 6,371 Nigerians. Nigerians who moved to Greater Pennsylvania as part of the upcoming African diaspora in the mid-20th century primarily came to continue higher education, following the lead of the first Nigerian-born person to study in the U.S., Nnamdi Azikiwe, who earned a degree in 1930 from Lincoln University in Chester County. Many of the students who arrived in the 1960s and 1970s were primarily supported by their governments and the universities they decided to attend. Several pupils went to Swarthmore and the University of Pennsylvania before returning home. Nigeria's initial post-independence decade of the 1970s was characterized by the economic prosperity. By the 2010 United States Census, Philadelphia had established itself as a significant target for immigrants and refugees from sub-Saharan Africa. In Philadelphia, there are approximately 6,371 Nigerians. Number 9, Massachusetts. About 6,661 Nigerians. The state's Nigerian American population began with college students who came to the state in the 1970s and 1980s and lasted due to economic hardship and government corruption in their nation. Many are hesitant immigrants who, like other of their generation, are preoccupied with matters at home. The vast majority, however, have become naturalized citizens. As a result, Africans are one of the most skilled immigrant populations in the country, and Nigerians in Massachusetts are typically professional and enterprising. The majority of the population resides in and around Boston, in Hyde Park, Roslindale, Dorchester, Roxbury, Cambridge, Brockton, and surrounding suburbs. Also, there is a Nigerian community in Worcester. According to a recent survey, the Massachusetts Nigerian community numbers over 6,661 people. However, Nigerian Americans claim the figure is significantly higher, possibly in the 10,000 to 20,000 range. Number 8, Florida. About 8,271 Nigerians. In Florida, the citizens of some West African countries like Senegal, Gabon, Nigeria, Guinea, Ivory Coast are believed to be living in various cities in the state. Some of those West Africans living in Florida are Nigerians whose native languages are Yobora and Igbo. There are also Ghanaians who speak Fanti. More than 8,274 Nigerians have established in South Florida, brought with them their customs and traditions. Yoruba, Igbo, and Fanti are the predominant Nigerian and Ghanaian national languages spoken in South Florida. Number 7, New Jersey. About 14,780 Nigerians. The first Africans to arrive in what is now the U.S. were transported as slaves. Even though African enslavement is most commonly associated with the southern states, slavery remained lawful in numerous northern states until the years leading up to the Civil War. Nigerians make up the majority of the population. Precise population figures are difficult to get. However, numbers from the Nigerian diaspora are higher than even those from other sources. One source claims more significant numbers, but argues that many Nigerians have departed New Jersey in recent years. According to other sources, a sizable proportion of Nigerians reside in the 4 counties of the Archdiocese of Newark. According to studies, Nigerians have the most significant academic accomplishment of any immigrant group in America, with 40% holding bachelor's degrees, 17% possessing master's degrees, and 4% having doctorates. The proportion of Nigerians who are Catholic varies according to sources. The estimations are often in the 20% range. Because of the large number of conversions in Nigeria and other regions of Africa, developing current or even recent credible figures is challenging. Number 6, Illinois. About 15,389 Nigerians. Nearly 15,389 Nigerians in Chicago form the city's most prominent African group. The first significant influx of Nigerians to the Chicago region and the United States occurred soon before the commencement of Nigerians' Biafran War, and it spanned from 1967 to 1970. The Chicago Biafran Refugee Group gathered funds for Biafran state relief goods, such as medical equipment, food, and clothing. As a result, many Biafran immigrants who were later granted political asylum in the United States settled in the Chicago area. Since then, Nigerians in Chicago have been a vibrant and well-organized group. Nigerian individuals and businesses have primarily assembled on the north side. The amount and diversity of fruit markets and little establishments on Broadway that sell vast quantities of African delicacies demonstrate the Nigerian community's purchasing power. Many marketplaces sell commodities like gari, palm oil, dried fish, egusi or melon seeds, and yams. Number 5, Georgia. About 19,182 Nigerians. Georgia has a sizable immigrant population, the majority of whom are from Mexico. 1 out of every 10 Georgians were born in another nation, whereas 1 out of every 13 people is a native-born U.S. citizen with at least one migrant parent. The state benefits from the numerous ways foreign-born people contribute to the economy and the workforce, with migrants representing 1/4 of the state's farmers, fishers, foresters, and 1/4 of computer and math science personnel. Immigrants are an essential part of Georgia's diverse and dynamic communities as neighbors, business owners, taxpayers, and employees, and they make significant contributions that help everyone. 1 out of every 10 Georgia inhabitants is an immigrant, whereas 7% are native-born American citizens with at least one immigrant parent. Number 4, California. About 23,302 Nigerians. African immigrants to the United States have mostly avoided developing ethnic enclaves in cities, preferring to settle in the suburbs. According to what people witnessed, the United States has only 2 African enclaves, Little Senegal in New York City and Little Ethiopia in Los Angeles. In other terms, there is no Little Lagos or Nigeria town. Instead, there are sizable but dispersed Nigerian populations in Texas, New York, and California. There are approximately 264,550 Nigerian-born Americans in the United States. There are around 23,302 Nigerian Americans in California. However, it is unclear how many live in Los Angeles. While the most recent census recorded 68,000 African-born Angelenos, there was no difference between African countries. Nigerians make up about 14% of the African-born American population overall, so if that percentage is nearly the same in Los Angeles, that will imply around 9,520. Number 3, New York. About 29,619 Nigerians. The majority of West Africans in Metro New York live in the same neighborhoods as their countrymen. Nigerians are far more dispersed on the flip side, preferring to purchase property wherever they can get the most outstanding value and live happily. Nonetheless, the metro region has 3 major Nigerian clusters: Unionburg, Newark Heights in New Jersey, East New York, and Brooklyn. There are approximately 29,619 Nigerians who resided in New York. Number 2, Maryland. About 31,263 Nigerians. Baltimore, Maryland has a sizable African American population. Many African immigrants, notably Nigerians, Sudanese, Liberians, Ethiopians, and Cape Verdeans, have been established in Baltimore. Nigerians, Ghanaians, and Ethiopians are the most numerous African immigrant communities in Baltimore. Northeast Baltimore has the highest population of African immigrants. Nigerians are among Maryland's speediest immigrant groups, with many Nigerian Americans residing in Northwest Baltimore and nearby Baltimore County suburbs, such as Parkville and Woodlawn. According to the most current census data, they are one of the extremely fast immigrant communities in Maryland, increasing 194% between 1990 and 2000. And with an estimated 15,000 people, Maryland's Nigerian population accounts for 11% of all foreign-born Nigerians in the United States. Number 1, Texas. About 60,173 Nigerians. In Texas, many Nigerians have made the cities of Austin, Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas home. Dallas and Houston are said to have the largest concentration of Nigerians in Texas. Charles W. Corey of the U.S. Department of State said that it has been estimated Greater Houston has the largest Nigerian expatriate population in the United States. The Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan region boasts one of the highest Nigerian American communities in the country. Following the Biafran conflict of 1967 to 1970, numerous Nigerians of Igbo ancestry began to flee the country. Following that, Dallas began to attract a large number of people of Nigerian descent, and by the 1980s, the Nigerian population in Dallas had been established. As of 2000, 7,300 Nigerians were living in the counties of Dallas, Denton, Collin, and Tarrant, accounting for nearly 1% of the entire foreign-born community in these four counties. As of 2005, the majority of Nigerian immigrants were from the south of the country. In 2014, there were tens of thousands of ethnic Nigerian Americans in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. In addition, according to some local Nigerian leaders in the DFW area, there are up to approximately 50,000 Igbos in the area. In their 2005 book, The Incorporation of Nigerian and Mexican Immigrants in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, Dennis D. Cordell stated that almost all Nigerians landing in the DFW, even the most latest batch in 2000 to 2004, arrived with high levels of spoken English. This is because most Nigerians who come to DFW come from the middle and upper classes and have a good command of English. As of 2000, 61% of the current Nigerian immigrant population in DFW lived in Dallas County, while 49% of the overall number in Dallas County lived within the city boundaries of Dallas. Credits for this video goes to theinsightpost.com. For more lively new updates, please visit theinsightpost.com. So make sure you give a visit to theinsightpost.com. With that being said, here we come to the end of our video. I hope you like this video. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, theinsightpost.com. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Thanks for watching.